Kia ora na talofa lava, malo elelei, whakarukulahi atu, nisa bula, namaste, and warm Pacific greetings to everybody. Kia ora tātou. My name is Maureen and I am the MC tonight on behalf of Andrea. To all of us here, family, friends, colleagues, supporters, staff from the Cancer Society Wellington, whawhetai, 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 me tapi mata. A special thanks goes to Joy for Andrea's stunning dress. Very, very sparkly and on point for tonight for our girl Andrea. Also, thank you Joy for the food tonight, and also to Suka May. Thank you very much for the food. I would like to acknowledge the Honourable Annette King, the Labour House spokesperson, who is also our lovely host tonight. Thank you so much. And without further ado, I'd like to invite you up to talk to us. Thank you.
Kia ora tātou. No mai, hara mai, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Talofa lava. And warm Pacific greetings to you all, and a very warm welcome to you who've travelled to Wellington. Have we got people out of town here? Well, you're welcome. You've come to the coolest little capital in the world.
The near north.
And so a warm welcome to our visitors from out of town, but also to our visitors who are from Wellington itself, and friends of Andrea and the family. But also I've got a parliamentary colleague here, Sue Maureen. Sue's one of my colleagues who's done some fantastic work for women, for paid parental leave, and many issues that she's been involved in. Also like to acknowledge a former parliamentary colleague, Jeff Thompson, at the back there. I didn't want to say, Jeff, I beat you twice, but I'm sure you've already told people that. But it's lovely to see you here, Jeff, and I have to say that politics and the politics that we practiced back then were rivals but friendly, and we've continued in that vein ever since. I want to acknowledge and welcome Andrea's family here, and I can see that you've all worked really hard to help put together this book launch tonight. From the dress that's been made to the food that's been presented. And I want to welcome you to our caucus room. This is the Labour Opposition caucus room. It's a very important room to us. It's where we gather every Tuesday to plot and scheme and to see how we can undermine the government. And if these walls could talk, they'd tell you many stories. Of course, we're from the opposition and we're here to help. So this is where we work it all out. It's an important room to us because around the walls you will see the leaders of our party, going back to the very first leader of the Labour Party right through to our current leader. And so it means a lot to us, and I'm really glad, Andrea, that we could use this room for the launch of your book. And so I feel very honoured that you have asked me to be here tonight to help launch your book, because it is a book, as you know, it is a book called Chemo and Back Again, and it's a book with information, but it's a book with inspiration, and inspiration of a chemo journey. And it's information for those who are going to go through the chemo journey, through the cancer journey, but it's an inspiration because in it is Andrea's experience. And Andrea, as many of you will know, suffered breast cancer twice in 9 years. So first of all, she went through the diagnosis, the treatment, the recovery, and so on, and on the path to a new posting, only to be diagnosed again in 2011, and that must have been life-changing. In fact, you say here in your book it was life-changing. But rather than just accept her circumstances, Andrea decided to use her experience to help others. And she has done a number of things. This book is just the latest, because she set up a website called Breast Cancer Nirvana, providing support for those who are affected by breast cancer. She has provided resources to people going through the cancer journey. She started another web site called the Joy Agency, finding joy during and after cancer. She's about to start a Pacific Island cancer support group here in Wellington, and her latest project is this book. And this book is personal, it's practical, it's informative, it is real and it's realistic, and it starts, I think, in such a practical way, how to prepare for chemo day. And when I read that, it's got things like what you would wear. Who would think about this? You know, go along in your tight trousers and stilettos. She suggests that you get a medical notebook so that you can write things down, that you have support, and before you go, have a good night's sleep. And one of the things I really liked, Andrea, was your chemo activity pack that people ought to take with them, including snacks, drink, something to read, headphones to listen to your favourite music, right through to movies that you can watch on Netflix these days. And then she talks about the chemo day itself, about having a chemo buddy, having a bit of exercise before you go, staying warm, positivity, she said, no negative stories on chemo day, and communicate, speak out, tell people what you feel and be supported. It's a book that sets out the day-to-day diary of Andrea's experiences, and she's got headings like the good, the kick in the tail, the challenges, the triumphs, and I have to say that it doesn't sugarcoat experiences. So it's what makes the book really real. And I think it's going to help reduce the fear of people of the unknown as they go through that cancer journey. And I like the part where you got to the end of your final Herceptin treatment and you decided to go out and celebrate and you went to the larder. What a very good choice. But of course it doesn't end there. Andrea does talk about her post-treatment area and what happened in post-treatment, and she's recorded all that as well. And one of the things I thought was really good that you said, anyone going through this cancer journey ought to dream of a post-cancer holiday. And in the book, she said, quote, "It filled me up with good times, hope and inspiration, which are perfect antidotes to migraines, nausea, needles and hospitals." And one of your final pages, Andrea, is entitled From Rain Comes Sunshine. And I think that what you are saying here is that there is hope. And when we had a brief talk just a moment ago, that's a word that you used, hope. And there is an old quote that I like, and I don't know who said it. The quote said, "It is hope that gives life." And I think what you have done here is given hope that a diagnosis of cancer isn't the end of life. And so, well done, fantastic. And I know that there have been many copies purchased and have been provided and are going to be purchased and provided because it is a really practical way that people can experience what they're going to go through before they go through it through your eyes, Andrea. So well done, and it's fantastic that you have asked me to be here tonight. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I got asked by Andrea some time ago if I would attend this event, and I was like, of course I would. And I've got my book, it's already signed and in the bag, and then she followed that up with, well, would you like to MC? Oh my gosh, okay. But you know, I've known Andrea for some time, towards the middle end of her journey, and our friendship has been something that I've treasured, and we've spent many a time face to face, emails, texts, all times of the day and night and weekend, but you have been a friend with integrity, and I'm just proud to do this for you and introduce Andrea.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm not sure how I can speak now after all of that. But I do just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. It's just wonderful that you're here. It's a lot of effort for you to come, and especially the people who've come from Auckland and Philippa from Christchurch, where you're here. And I want to thank Annette for hosting us tonight. I really do appreciate it. I did want to have it here and wanted to have your involvement. So thank you so much, and for your speech. I feel quite quite emotional, and it's kind of like, a lot of the things in the book have been talked about already, so that's really wonderful. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And Maureen, thank you as well. I met Maureen 5 years ago when I launched the Breast Cancer Nirvana website, and we've been friends ever since, and she's a wonderful person. So tonight is a celebration. It's a celebration, it's kind of a celebration of two things. Firstly, finishing a book and getting it done. And also I had my 5-year clearance in June. So it's kind of a double the inspiration for the book is that for a lot of people who go through cancer treatment, chemo can be harder than cancer. Some of the side effects and the impacts are really difficult, and it's quite hard to kind of keep that, seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And I wanted to note down all the things that I learned kind of the hard way the first time, and in order to help people who were going through it. So I had that opportunity with the second cancer to note everything down. I recorded everything on my websites, and then part of the website ended up being this book, and the book spans 5 years, and I have to thank my parents because I wrote a lot of it while I was living with them, and it spans. I wanted to show people, what is a realistic recovery and what it's like to be diagnosed, and how it is to go into treatment, and how long it really takes to recover. So I think that's something people don't really know. You're so focused on your treatment, you don't know when you'll get better. So that's why I wanted to span it over 5 years. So it's very practical, and lots of people have inspired the book. I want to acknowledge Chris here, his late wife Leslie, inspired the book. She went through chemo, and she told me it made a difference to her, and I really, so I dedicated the book to her. So I'll be short and sweet, but my goal with the book is to get it to people going through cancer treatment, through chemo, and just to make it easier for them. So we're doing that through people donating books. Breast Cancer Foundation bought books, so they're giving them to people, and through my website as well. So if you have any ideas of how we can kind of leverage that and make it go further, that would be great. But the final thing I'd like to say is it takes a village to get someone through cancer, and so everybody in this room, there's some people I don't know, but all my family, friends and colleagues, everyone has helped. It takes a lot to get you through and survive, and also it takes a lot to write a book, and a lot of people in this room have helped me with editing, with design, or just brainstorming and getting it out there, or just your support. And and I've got lots of great friends and family, and people have come from all around the country, so that's really great. So I think that's probably enough formal proceedings, but thank you all again, and it's great that you're here.